Isang tensyonadong umaga ang bumungad matapos kumalat ang ulat na agaw buhay umano sa ospital ang isang mataas na opisyal ng gobyerno. Ayon sa mga initial na impormasyon, bigla raw bumagsak ang kalusugan nito habang nasa isang private event, dahilan upang agad siyang isinugod sa pagamutan. Mahigpit namang tumanggi ang mga tauhan nito na magbigay ng detalye habang patuloy ang spekulasyon sa publiko tungkol sa tunay na lagay ng opisyal. Habang nagpapatuloy ang pag-aalala ng publiko, bigla namang naginggay sa social media ang pahayag ni Senadora Imee Marcos. Sa isang maikling panayam, sinabi niyang may mga pangyayari na dapat nating bantayan nang hindi nagbibigay ng malinaw na paliwanag. Dahil dito, mas lalo pang uminit ang usapan at tila nagkaroon ng panibagong anggulo ang issue na agad namang pinulot ng mga netizen at political analysts. Patuloy pa ring hinihintay ng publiko ang official medical bulletin upang malinawan sa tunay na sitwasyon ng opisyal. Samantala, nananatiling palaisipan ang cryptic na pahayag ng senadora na ngayon ay pinag-uusapan sa iba't ibang news forum at commentary programs. Hanggang sa lumabas ang pinal na impormasyon, nananatiling maingat ang mga autoridad sa paglalabas ng anumang detalye upang maiwasan ang pagkalat ng hindi beripikadong impormasyon.
Get so many cases, we may need to ask Congress for additional salas, additional branches or divisions, extra divisions. Kasi nga, we want these to be tried as soon as possible in the best way possible. Continuous trial. Kaya the standard is set already as a very stringent standard for evidence that we have prepared para pag tinry ang kaso, pwede namin ilatag ng sabay-sabay at sunod-sunod sa bawat korte.
Sir, gaano po kalakas yung ebidensya natin na maiuugnay natin si Congressman Zaldico doon mismo nga po sa Sunway?
Meron kasi ritong legal maxim, no? Yung piercing the veil of corporate fiction. Kasi, we always understand corporations as separate entities from people. Pero pag ito'y ginawang device lang to escape liability, then the court will step in and say that they can be one and the same person. It's really some of the things that we have to do, because that has been the resort of many, the go-to of many criminal enterprises, but it cannot happen anymore. I think that the time is right for us to start piercing the veil of corporate fiction and not allow corporations to be used as illegal devices.
Sir, ang tanong po
or unlawful devices.
Ang tanong po, sir, ng publiko, bakit malversation at hindi daw po plunder?
Hindi, yan. We will still file plunder cases. Ang malversation lang kasi is easier to prove as compared to plunder, which has so much jurisprudence that will negate any attempts to convict people of plunder. And so far, I think isa pala nako-convict ng plunder in the past 15 years, or the past 14 years, isa pala ang kino-convict ng plunder. At lahat ina-acquit nila. And that's really something that we should be looking at also and having a discussion with the Supreme Court. Kasi nga, basta mayroong mga president na ganyan, susundin mo na susundin, in the end, it's impossible to convict them of plunder. So, it's something that we will ask the Supreme Court to rule on. Pero it has to be a case din eh. Kaya there will be instances where we may have to resort to plunder, especially when there's a conspiracy involved.
Sir, si Congressman Zaldico, sa intelligence po ninyo, nasaan na po siya? Paano na po yung magiging proseso po ng kanselasyon natin ng kanyang pasaporte?
Hindi ko siya hinahanap pa eh. Kasi may mga balita nung panahon ng rally na umaaligid lang daw sa malapit lang sa Pilipinas. Pero I doubt it. I think it's parang saywar yan. Kaya natatawa-tawa na lang ako nung sinusubukan na meron nagpapatalon sa amin na pauwi na raw, pauwi. Sabi ko, di umuwi na siya. Mas gusto ko yun, di ba? Kaya lang, hindi umuwi. We can find out eh. Kung talagang andyan na, kung may warrant na yan, then we start moving to find out where he is. At sabi ko nga, wala na ngayong pagtataguan ng tao kasi nagbago na ang mundo dahil sa social media. Kahit saan ka magtago ngayon, ang tao involved na sa social media, pag kinuyog mo sa social media yung tao in this place where he is, alam mo na yung intelligence report na kung nasaan siya, ang crowdsourcing na yan. They will tell the police. Kasi papa-Interpol natin yan.
Sir, sinasabi na pauwi na raw siya? May ganun?
Meron naging rumor, pero ako kasi hindi ako naniniwala talaga dahil kulang sa tapang yung tao eh. Kulang sa tapang.
Sir, your reaction lang po sana dun sa sinabi po ng abogado ni Congressman Zaldico na pre-judge na raw kasi naman.
Hindi kami korte rito. We are not judges here, we're prosecutors. We are supposed to prosecute people who commit infractions of the law. So he can eat his words because we will not change our stance that he should be prosecuted for the crimes alleged in the information filed before Sandigan Bayan.
Sir, what about the names po na binanggit niya dun sa kanyang videos? Iniimbestigahan na ang mga ito? Naggulat ba kayo dun sa...
Ano yan eh, alam mo yan, pagka na-set off ang alarm bell, we start looking at the people already. Kasi kahit sino pa yan, pagka may allegation, titingnan na natin yung possibility. Kasi nga, ano yan eh, we can investigate motu proprio. Ang nagkakaiba lang yan, pag PI na, kailangan may sworn statement na. Kasi rights are involved already. But based on the powers of the Ombudsman, we can investigate anybody motu proprio.
Kailangan pa rin, sir, talaga yung sworn statement?
Siyempre, pagka PI na, pag nag-preliminary investigation, yan yun eh. Dapat just sworn statements na. Kasi you have to swear by the truth of all your statements.
Sir, mention po ni Zaldico yung isang Yusek Adrian Bersamin. Siya po ay sa radar niyo na ba noon ba?
Dati pa yan, nasa radar ko yan. Kasi, noong una na, marami na nababalita na activities yan. At alam mo naman dito sa atin, maraming marites sa Pilipinas. Nakakarating yung mga balita sa atin. Pero may naranasan kami sa DOJ na tila siya ang nakialam sa appointment process. At yan, I took it against many people who were responsible for that. Kasi nga, ang prosecutors natin, pinipili natin based on our confidence. And some people were not appointed accordingly. Or were appointed without even consulting us on that matter. At pang tingin namin, he had something to do with it.
Sir, meron pa po bang na iimbestigahan pa dun sa mga pangalan pong binigay?
Tuloy-tuloy yan. The NBI is at it already. Pati NBI, tinap na natin yan. Actually, all the law enforcement units know that they will have to report to us anything they know about the people who will be charged or who are being accused of crimes. Yun nga, we are sourcing information that we can use dito. Diba?
Sir, si Ma'am Pangandaman, si Secretary Amena, possible po ba talaga na...
Mag-ano muna kami, mag-forensic accounting muna kami sa books ng DBM. Kasi the books of the DBM are there. We will just send the people to look over the books, to find out the veracity of the information, and to see the process. Kasi nga yan, when you attribute responsibility to somebody, you have to know the process first. At kung kinakailangan bang pumirma o hindi pumirma, pumipirma ba ang tao to sign off on something, or utos lang yan para mangyari. So, aalin namin yung budgetary process at yung process ng DBM to know kung meron siyang nagawang kasalanan o kaya meron siyang responsibility sa mga nangyari.
Sir, may conspiracy. You mentioned something.
Yes.
Ano yun, sir? Can you...
Hindi kasi yung dalawang undersecretary na yan, we're working, tatlo na actually, together with Bernardo. But Bersamin, Ulaybar, and Bernardo, we're working together in practically laundering money. In the narration of Bernardo, that's money laundering already. That's already a major offense that's being committed. Kasi nga, nakasakay na sa armored van yung pera sa kanyang narration, di ba? At inililipat sa kabilang armored van, o nagpapalit sila ng armored van, they drive off with the van with the money iniiwan naman yung isa naman para punuin ulit ng pera. Pangilabot yung ganitong mga kwento. Pero there must be veracity in it. No? Baka may katotohanan yan. At I think it's believable. Pero siyempre, we will also look at the other evidence available.
Sir, conspiracy to commit plunder, yun yung parang sinabi.
Plunder yan eh. Kasi, ano yan eh, nagkasundo kayo na kunin tong perang to na hindi naman sa kanila eh. They don't have a right to that money. Diba? It's a money meant for public works, meant to be paid to contractors for work done. What are they doing with the money? Diba? Anong kinalaman nila sa pera yun? Ba't hawak nila?
Sir, so nga po yun sa paggamit sa pangalan po ng Pangulo.
Exactly, no? At hindi lang to first time kasi nangyari yan. Mayroon pang ibang mga pagkakataon that this young undersecretary was using the name of the president. There have been other incidents. Kaya hindi ako nagulat eh. Nung nakita ko yan, sabi ko, ito na yun. Kasi for me, it's very believable. Sa naging karanasan ko dati, sa DOJ pa, very believable yung nangyari.
Tapos sir, sorry to be very clear, at this stage, kahit po wala pa yung sworn statement ni Zaldico, you're looking into the names that he mentioned?
Yes. I think that we have to look at those names. Pero, he has to come home and swear by the contents of his affidavit. Di ba? Kasi, he's also being accused of a crime. Pwede mo ba yung response mo dyan, hito tactic lang, palalabuin mo lang ang tubig, hindi ka na mahuhuli. Hindi po gano'n yan. Hindi po ito palaisdaan. Ito po ay tunay na buhay na dapat patunayan mo yung sinasabi mo.
Sir, so even the president, you're looking?
Well, we have to look if it's possible na nangyari yun. It's something that we have to look at. Kasi logical flow lahat yan eh. It has to be believable in the first place. Diba?
Sir, pero yung binanggit niya po, sir, na parang illogical yung insertion.
It's illogical because, it's a president's budget. They prepared it prior to giving it to Congress. Why would you now do something like that?
Sir, dun po kay President Marcos, hindi po ba yung papatak sa gross negligence na nangyayari mismo sa bakuran niya na may pagnanakot na nangyayari, tapos nagagamit po yung pangalan niya?
Well, you can inject words, no? But wala pa tayo doon eh. We're not yet there. Kasi ang nangyayari dito, this is a country with so many problems. And the president's problem is not just on the budget, but so many other things happening in the country. Yun lang ang masasabi ko dyan. It's not the only thing in his mind. There are other things in the mind of the president.
Sir, are we also looking into ES Bersamin naman? Kasi recently...
Possible din. Kasi may relationship siya rito eh. And it was his ward eh. Bago yan naging PLO, USEC yan sa OP eh. USEC yan sa OP before he became PLO, Legislative Liaison Officer. He was an undersecretary in the office of ES Bersamin.
So, iniimbestigahan na rin po natin si ES Bersamin.
Well, for that purpose alone, kung may statement attributing some action on his part, then we have to give due credence to that in terms of investigating.
Sir,
Ganun yan, kahit sino pa eh.
negligence din, sir, on his part? Kasi tako niya yung...
Any. Negligence, it can be negligence, it can be something else.
Sir, dun sa kay, balik lang po kay Zaldico po, no? When we say we have strong evidence against him, like we were able to see a link po ba na as appropriations chair, na nag-insert siya ng budget for his corporation?
Ako, nakita ko mismo yun eh. Ginawa niya sa amin yan sa DOJ eh. Hindi lang sa DOJ yan, marami yan. Di ba sinabi rin ni Secretary Chu Laurel na ginawa niya rin yan sa DA? Mas grabe sa Public Works.
Sir, doon sa video ni Saldi ko sinabi niya na natatakot siyang bumalik ng bansa. Kalokohan yun. He can buy the best security needed. And we can give him protection. Kami pa gusto namin may mangyari kahit kanino. Ayaw namin mangyari yan. I think that if you have to give credit to the president, he has not espoused any form of violence whatsoever. He has espoused human rights. At least yun andyan tayo sa DOJ, yan ang ating karanasan. Kaya hindi natin gawain yan. Kung meron siya ibang kinatatakutan, sabihin niya. Pero tutulungan namin siya. We do not want anybody to be gone. Siyempre sa amin, ibibintang yan kung may nangyari. Di ba? Kanina pa ibibintang yan.
At least when I was in the DOJ, di ba? I was part of the executive. Pero just the same, as ombudsman, lalo na. I need witnesses alive. Di ba? Oh, we can make sure that the arrangements are done properly, na hindi siya ma-expose sa peril. We can do it. We can go to the tube and pick him up and bring him through a route that with a waiting vehicle where somebody he trusts is there. And we can put it all on video, everything happening. We can have body-worn cameras the whole time.
Sir, Yusek Bernardo, ano na po ba, sir, yung estado niya, given yung ang dami na po niyang sinasabi?
Well, the inclination of the DOJ, nandito kahapon ang DOJ prosecutors, kahapon mo yan? Nandito kahapon ang DOJ prosecutors. Ang inclination nila is to give him state witness status for the cases currently he is testifying on. Pero ang understanding, pag meron ibang kaso i-file sa kanya na hindi kasama sa kanyang pinatestiguhan, pwede pa rin siyang kasuhan. Kasi nga, only yung saklaw lang ng kasong kanyang pinagtitestiguhan na involved din siya. Kaya nga state witness, he's one of the persons who committed the crime. Meron siya admission doon.
So dapat talaga sabihin niya lahat, sir?
Dapat sabihin niya lahat. Kasi nga, may MOA yan, may memorandum of agreement yan. Pag hindi siya sumunod sa usapan, kasilado yan. Liable pa rin siya sa crime.
Sir, can we confirm nagbalik na, magbabalik? Magkano yung pera, sir? From what you know?
Meron mga offers, but we're looking at it pa. Kasi we're sourcing other information about the hidden wealth. And if you have information about the hidden wealth of these people, do tell us, because we'll make sure it's returned.
Pero sir, on the part of Yusek Bernardo, meron na po ba siyang bilang?
May mga ino-offer na raw siya, pero hindi kasi ako privy sa negotiations nila eh. Pero I was made to understand that he was offering to return so much based on properties he wanted to liquidate. Yan din, tingnan natin.
Sir, to clarify lang po dun sa conspiracy to commit blunder, kasama po si dating budget secretary?
Actually, plunder yan. Done through conspiracy, di ba? Conspiracy to commit plunder, actually, plunder na yan eh. Di ba? Pero yung investigation mo is the conspiracy, how it happened that they committed plunder. Para lang maging malinaw yung usapan. Ano yun? Kasama ba sino?
Si dating budget secretary.
Kung saan dadalhin ang ebidensya, isasama natin ang kasama.
Sir, what about the senators and congressmen? Kasi nga, ito may una na po tayo naiakyat sa Sandigan. Ang tanong naman ng iba, bakit hindi kasama si ganitong senador?
Hindi pwede sabay-sabayan. Isa-isa lang yan. Alam mo yan, hindi mo pwedeng sinusubo yung kanin at ulam at lahat nang hindi mo inunguya. Di ba? Mabibilaukan ka dyan. Dapat siya isa-isa. Isa-isa, ayusin natin isa-isa. Para naman ma-digest natin at mahihiyain natin na maayos sa korte. Hindi pwedeng sabihin mo sa akin, ba't hindi kasama kagad to? Hintayin nga, they will have their turn. Lahat ng gusto nyo mademanda, they will have their turn pag merong ebidensya. Marami yan. Oh, meron kasi, ang ongoing natin ngayon, sa preliminary investigation, there are 9 ongoing. Ang tingin ko, baka sumunod dito, Diskaya na. Tapos na yung PI eh. O sa ibang Diskaya cases. Tapos na yung PI eh.
Submitted for resolution na po.
Submitted for resolution na yun. Ilang Diskaya cases yan? 3?
At least 3.
Oh, at least 3 cases. 9 yan ang naka-PI. Ganun din yan, malversation din yan, no? Malversation din yan, tsaka plunder din yan. Depende sa amount involved.
Sir, mga possible ganun po kayo.
Baka early next week. Tingnan natin kung kaya abutin ng Friday. O kasi for resolution na yan eh. Oh.
Pero sir, yung mga senador na inireklamo po dito, ano na po yung proseso? Are we magsasabina na ba tayo for PI?
Hindi, PI yan. Ano na, patapos na yung fact-finding ng marami dyan eh. May naka-PI na ba tayo sa mga senador?
Wala pa, sir.
Wala pa? O yun. PI na yan, susunod.
Isasabina na po.
Sasabihin na sila. Oh. Next week yan, baka nandyan na. Oh.
Sir, ano na yung nangyari po dun sa balak niyo po magpapa-livestream kayo ng mga PI?
Gagawin natin. We're just making the rules. Huwag kayong mag-alala. We want to be as transparent as ever, and we want you to get the stories that you need so that your beat will be satisfied.
Sir, reaction na lang din po, yung Supreme
It doesn't have to come from me all the time, you know. You can always talk to me or you can always watch the proceedings here. Dapat ganun na, open na natin lahat yan. Oh. Oh.
Baka may reacts lang kayo.
Ha?
Kung sinabing former ES Bensamin na
Oh.
hindi siya nag-resign but he was
I do not want to react to that, to that remark. He has his own problem to solve.
Sir, reaction na lang din po dun sa...
cases na napal sa Ombudsman was distributed to 3 different divisions of the Sandigan Bayan. Is that going to be a problem?
We were looking at a possible problem, but we will try it out first, these 3 cases. But later on, we will ask for consolidation so that one division will hear each batch of cases.
Sir, your reaction dun sa Supreme Court decision yesterday na dinenay yung motion po ni Senator Bato de la Rosa na ilabas niyo raw yung warrant of arrest sa kanya.
Hindi naman talaga actionable yun eh.
Sir, malapit na ba? Magkakagalaw na ba, sir, yung kay Senator Bato de la Rosa na warrant?
Abangan. Abangan. Di ba? Be patient. Everything is a process.
So, pero paano proseso po ba yung mangyayari doon from what you know? Doon sa pag-i-implement?
Hindi, ano yan, transmita lang naman yan ng warrant with a concomitant request na kasama to arrest. It can be through the PCTC, it can be an email to the DOJ, it can be an email to the DFA. Yan, any of those we were choosing. Kaya lang, nagkataon lang, nakita ko yung kopya ng warrant, kaya alam ko. Oh. Nakalagay nga doon secret eh. Oh, this is a secret, parang resolution eh. Kasi ayaw talaga nila ma-alarm. Pero I had my own reasons eh. Kaya sabi ko nga sa inyo, ay scoop ko yun eh. Diba? I've been doing radio for 20 years.
Sir, sorry, balik lang po tayo sa flood control. Medyo maingay din po ngayon yung hiling na pag-imbestigador po kay Congressman Guardiola.
Ano yan? Meron na kami. Somebody is on it already. Oh, ginagalawan na namin yan. Ano yan? Mas mabigat yan kasi forensic evidence ang kinakailangan dyan. Because buy and sell of contracts, maraming wala sa pangalan niya.
Ano pa, sir, yung nakuha niyo na if you can share na information on the investigation sa kanya?
Wala pa. I cannot divulge anything yet. Ano pa lang yan? Parang fact-finding pa lang yan. Eh. Pag ready na kami for PI, we will tell you pagdating dyan. Okay?
Sir, ba yung nakakalimutan?
Marami na kayo storya.
Sir, baka may nakalimutan kang importante.
Next time na lang, para may matira pa.
Thank you, sir.
Sige.
Sir, basta sir, yung live stream ng PI, sir, para sa senador, aabot ba tayo, sir?
Within the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Kasi matagal na ba na po isasabi?
Mga December 10 pa siguro yan.
Ayan. Sakto sa kanila.
Kulang sa tapang yung tao eh. Kulang sa tapang.
Sir, your reaction lang po sana dun sa sinabi po ng abogado ni Congressman Zaldico na pre-judge na raw kasi naman.
Hindi kami korte rito. We are not judges here. We're prosecutors. We are supposed to prosecute people who commit infractions of the law. So he can eat his words because we will not change our stance that he should be prosecuted for the crimes alleged in the information filed before Sandigan Bayan.
Sir, what about the names po na binanggit niya dun sa kanyang videos? Iniimbestigahan na ang mga ito? Naggulat ba kayo dun sa...
Ano yan eh, alam mo yan, pagka na-set off ang alarm bell, we start looking at the people already. Kasi kahit sino pa yan, pagka may allegation, titingnan na natin yung possibility. Kasi nga, ano yan eh, we can investigate motu proprio. Ang nagkakaiba lang yan, pag PI na, kailangan may sworn statement na. Kasi rights are involved already. But based on the powers of the Ombudsman, we can investigate anybody motu proprio.
Kailangan pa rin, sir, talaga yung sworn statement.
Siyempre, pagka PI na, pag nag-preliminary investigation, yun eh. Dapat just sworn statements na. Kasi you have to swear by the truth of all your statements.
Sir, mention po ni Zaldico yung isang Yusek Adrian Bersamin. Siya po ay sa radar niyo na ba noon?
Dati pa yan, nasa radar ko yan. Kasi, noong una na, marami na nababalita na activities yan. At alam mo naman dito sa atin, maraming marites sa Pilipinas. Nakakarating yung mga balita sa atin. Pero may naranasan kami sa DOJ na tila siya ang nakialam sa appointment process. At yan, I took it against many people who were responsible for that. Kasi nga, ang prosecutors natin, pinipili natin based on our confidence. And some people were not appointed accordingly, or were appointed without even consulting us on that matter. At pang tingin namin, he had something to do with it.
Sir, meron pa po bang na iimbestigahan pa dun sa mga pangalan pong binigay?
Tuloy-tuloy yan. The NBI is at it already. Pati NBI, tinap na natin yan. Actually, all the law enforcement units know that they will have to report to us anything they know about the people who will be charged